Hi, it's us.
Oh, what's your name?
Liz Glazer.
And I'm Gilberto Soto. And together we
We're
are straight.
straight.
Oh, we got it good.
Yeah.
You guys feeling good? Feeling great?
I'm feeling amazing. Great. Nervous. But
I feel
amazing.
good.
Yeah.
I'm fine. I'm
not nervous because of this, but
yeah.
you know.
Oh yeah, because do you want to talk about your show?
I mean, yeah. By this time, tickets will be on sale. So
Won't.
yeah,
you can't buy tickets for a show in the past.
No, you can't. Imagine if you could.
Do you think if you had a
What-
time machine
Tech,
that
I'm
you would
pretty
have
sure.
to pay?
Of course.
You're like, hey, I'm from the future.
By the minute.
I'm on the list.
By the minute.
Oh yeah.
And then when like your dollars run out, I think you just like stay there.
I guess.
I haven't mapped it out yet.
Yeah, I'm not like into those types of movies really.
Oh, the back. No, I
Yeah.
watched Alien yesterday.
Really?
Yeah.
What
Well,
led to
Alien
that?
2.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually liked that. That was really good.
Okay.
Except I noticed how like
I have to
actors
readjust.
act
Sorry.
differently based off of which era. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
I
there
think.
was, it wasn't. It's strange to say, but like I didn't believe their acting, but I did believe it for the time.
Oh,
So
yeah.
now that's how I think humans acted.
Here's the
then.
thing. Okay.
sense?
So I wouldn't say I'm a huge reality TV fan.
Okay.
However,
Okay.
I loved reality TV from the beginning, which is to say, not the first Big Brother. Okay, because then people are like Big Brother. Here's the thing: is like I
I loved
don't
original
like
Big Brother.
the original.
Yeah.
But I watched the first season of The Real World, obviously.
Yes.
Okay,
I mean, they
and
were revolutionary.
it was.
Yeah.
And this any season of The Real World before they started having jobs or like I think it was Miami was the first one where they're like, we're gonna have you like do a job for the season. But like the early ones, it was fun because it was like, you know, a couple people who were like, I have a music career, I'm gonna be not home as it turns out, because home is crazy because I live at the Real World house. But I like it. Like, I don't want to watch reality TV in general, but I would watch security camera footage of anyone's apartment.
I 100% agree with this.
Yeah. Like that's
Because it
the
actually
kind
feels
of,
authentic.
Correct.
That's why reality TV
Yes.
isn't good anymore, because it doesn't feel authentic.
Right. Well, actually, you know, in the book, You're Lucky You're Funny, which is a really great book by...
That's the book recommendation of the week.
Oh, it is.
Of the
Yeah,
week.
I know.
We
I'm
talked
such...
about this.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's Phil Rosenthal's book. He is my friend Ben's dad, but also the creator of Everybody Loves Raymond and Somebody Feed Phil, you know, is on Netflix. Like he's like a whole big deal.
Yeah.
But anyway, in his book, he talks about, you know, like writing from life. And he, like Ray Romano obviously was like Raymond and Raymond, but he is the show creator. So they kind of like borrowed from, you know, his life and Ray's life, you know, everybody. But it was basically like he made this point at some point in the book, which I read, about how like the prevalence of reality TV today, or whenever the book was written, is a testament to the desire for people to see reality, right?
Hence reality TV.
Correct. So, but now to your point, it's kind of like not real, which some
Yeah.
people like. Like some people, you know, I mean, there's lots of people who want to watch Alien,
Yeah.
which, I mean, there may really be aliens, but the movies about Alien are not real.
I mean, true. Yeah. Now when I
Yeah.
hear about reality TV and I hear things like, "Oh, there was no storyline this season," it's like, why would you ever think there's
Literally,
a storyline
who
in reality
cares?
TV?
Yeah.
The reality is your life.
Correct.
That's enough of a storyline.
Right. Like obviously the Truman Show would, I mean, that's hugely abusive to like a person if that person were like literally the subject of a lifelong documentary about their lives and they had no idea, which is the plot of the Truman Show.
Oh, I'm not seeing it.
Oh yeah, I got the sense as I was saying it.
yeah.
I'm like, he has not seen this
No,
movie,
yeah.
but that's like the idea. So
But
obviously,
I did nod and like
right.
to make
No,
you feel
totally.
safe in the space.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, but like obviously that's, you know, what's the word? A dystopian, fictionalized example of something. But the idea of like if someone were signing up for their lives to be on tape, You know, like I love a documentary in general because I love that kind of thing. Like I love like
I love
documentaries.
too.
Yeah, I love them about like stories. Like one I saw recently, which was really good, was, and this is just a side note and like another recommendation, is Chasing Amy. So you know the movie Chasing Amy?
No.
Oh. Wow. Okay. So it's a movie.
I'm more of a reader.
No.
I'm joking. I'm not either.
I'm like not a reader or a watcher really, but like I happen to have seen the things that I'm talking about. So anyway, but I'm always the person in the conversation who's like somebody's like, have you seen, you know, literally anything? And I'm like, no. Like I should just wear a t-shirt that's like, I haven't seen The Wire. That actually would be a good t-shirt.
That would be an amazing t-shirt, and I would have to buy it because I also didn't see The Wire.
Yeah, or Breaking Bad. We could have like
I've
a
never watched
series.
Breaking Bad.
I have not seen Breaking Bad.
I don't think I'm like cool by it. I just like
right. That could be on the back. It's like, and I'm not gonna ever.
That's how I felt about like Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen
it. But then I saw it,
You
and
did?
I'm like, I should have saw it.
My mom really liked it.
It's fantastic.
Okay,
and
really?
I mean, like I think it's great. I get what people saying about it last season. I'm not like that invested.
Did you believe the acting?
I believe
for the time or just in general.
I mean,
even though it was a fictional time.
I think I assume if that world existed, that's how people would act.
So then you thought Alien 2 was not good.
No, I thought it was great.
Oh, really?
I thought it was great, but I didn't think it was like I was like, oh, if this movie was made today, right? First they would do an all-female cast because why not?
Sure.
But then after that, I just feel like they would like the acting would just be very different.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Like I think people just act differently now. In movies and stuff.
Like the style of acting.
The style of acting. That's what I meant, the style of acting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. I feel like I should see it, even though it's the most not me thing to see.
I really enjoyed it. But I will also say something about reality TV. This is why on TikTok, the only thing I really like to watch in terms of reality, like I won't do any more sketches or anything like that because I'm just like, okay.
You're not doing it. It's a policy?
No, I mean, I will do it.
Oh, okay.
For views. I'll do it.
I was like, wow, we're really like laying down the hammer.
Okay. But I mean, I won't really like engage, but I will engage with like
we should do sketches.
We should.
Let's do sketches. Okay, but you'll engage with footage.
Okay. Oh yeah, I'll engage like those cameras that are outside your house, like the Nest cameras or whatever like that.
Yeah.
Like when people catch themselves slipping or saying something, I'll watch that because that's very authentic.
Because it's amazing acting.
It's amazing. It's true acting.
Well, yeah, because you're actually having an honest response in the moment, and you're living in that moment, which is what makes it a good moment.
Actually.
Yeah, totally.
And so I don't know if one thing about me is that I am attracted to vulnerability.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So, I did have an acting teacher that one time in class, you know who the acting teacher is, was like, the truth gets me hard. Literally, I'm like, oh my God, Brad.
I mean, I can kind of relate to that.
Me too.
A little bit.
That's the thing is like every like crazy acting teacher story. I mean, I love whatever. I loved this acting teacher. I love my acting teacher now, whatever. But like that story specifically about this acting class in New York is like, oh my God. But like, I so believe it. The truth gets me hard. 100%. Another great t-shirt. Or underwear.
I think I like that little undergarment action.
I think so.
Gets me hard.
Yeah.
I think,
that's going to be your merch.
What would it be? I think it was, the other day I was like, oh, I have a new joke.
Okay.
Where I say something like abort or deport. And I think I want that to be my merch. And it's all in reference.
Abort or deport. Yeah. That's brilliant.
Yeah. So it's all in reference to like, if my cousins say they're going to have a man or a boy, I'll be like abort or deport. Because you know how
we're
Latinos,
having a man.
You know how Latinos voted this time? And I was just we need less.
But I love the idea of...
Is it a chant? Because that's pretty good.
It could be.
Oh yeah. That's a great idea.
It could be. I don't know Spanish like that, so I have to like figure it out in Spanish.
Right. Well, wouldn't it? It's just the command conjugation.
What?
Wait. Isn't it? May I? I apologize.
Yes. Why are you apologizing?
Well, I don't know. I hate chiming in on people.
Oh no.
Again, I'm a white guy. I apologize for what I'm about to say.
Are.
Yeah.
But wouldn't all at least like Latin American people that don't speak English know the word deport?
Maybe.
That's a pretty. I mean, I feel like they all know that one word at the very least.
But I think that's actually sports.
Right. Well, it's kind of like
such a bad Mexican.
Well, no, but I remember also parada is not parade; it's a stop. But then
I thought it was Prada in
desfile
Spanish.
is parade.
Desfile is parade. Oh
Yeah,
my God.
look at that.
Oh my God. You're ready for my wedding.
I am. I'm having a language class with all of my relatives before. I actually got a 730 on this Spanish SAT too, which is a native score out of 800. It's really good.
I feel like you never have failed anything.
Oh my God, that's so not true.
Educationally, I don't know.
You want to go through the list? Okay. The New Jersey bar. I failed the New Jersey bar, which is not a big deal in the scheme of things because I was never going to practice in New Jersey. However, you got the results of the New Jersey bar a full week before the results of the New York bar. So basically, after you go to law school, a lot of people who like work in this area, I worked in the city, were like, okay, you do 2 days of the New York bar, one of which is like a multi-state that everybody takes, and then 1 day just New York. And then you can add a day and do like another state, like Delaware maybe, or Connecticut or New Jersey. And I didn't study specifically for New Jersey, really. I did like a few hours, and I don't mean this like I'm so smart. I just mean I was so stressed out and like disassociated at this time of my life when I was studying for the literal bar exam that I barely, like, I don't even know what I was doing. Like 3 weeks before, I just like was in a library with my friend Colin from 7 a.m. until 2 a.m. And then I took the test. Wow. So I wasn't shocked to learn that I had failed the New Jersey bar, but I was definitely ashamed because if you fail the New York bar, then like you have to tell your work and you have to like, everyone knows. And so I was like living.
Did they let you go?
Maybe eventually. I mean, at that time, the economy was much better. So I think they would like give you another chance. You take it in February. Hopefully you don't fail then. I think if you do, then you have to go, you know, but like it would have been fine, I think, at the time. Because this was also pre-2008 when things got bad. But, you know, whatever. Because I graduated in 2004, so this would have been like 2005. But anyway, so I failed the New Jersey and then had that week. And like, the morning that I got my New York results, I was so relieved. So relieved. Because I passed. Oh. Probably just barely.
Who would have thought?
Yeah. I mean, not me at the time. I was.
Well, they don't give you a score. They just say pass or fail.
Yes. You get a score of like something. Okay. I forget. But like, there's not much of an indication of like if you passed a lot or a little or anything. It's just pass or fail. Yeah. But it really, thank God.
I just feel like you never failed a class.
A class, okay.
I almost, you know, which class I almost failed was Intro to Jazz, because I took it in community college, and I was like, oh, okay, I want to take like an easy credit class or whatever like that. Yeah. And it turned out to be like a really difficult class for me because I didn't listen to the music.
Yeah.
So the test would be like you'd go into like a sound booth or like computer lab, put on headphones, and then they would play a little bit of music and be like, who is this? And I'm like, well, I chose C last time, so I'm pretty sure it's B this time.
I mean, I've definitely been in that position. I feel like you have a...
And now I listen to that jazz thing all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Instruments.
Right. You mean on YouTube?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But that's not going to give you anything for that test. No. Like I listen, I'm a proud listener of WBJO, which I feel like I do want to say because they're always begging for money. Everything I listen to is begging me for money. Everything. Well, specifically, I listen in the day to WBGO, the jazz station, which is an NPR affiliate out of Newark and whatever, and they're always begging for money. And I've given them...
Would you like to round up? No. Never in my life would I like to round up. I know. Never. Yeah. If I had 3 cents in my pocket that I need to get rid of, you can have those. Take a penny, leave a penny. Yeah. But no, in a credit card, I would not like to round up.
I also
Are you kidding me?
I don't care for rounding. Like we have...
Why don't they ever ask me if I want to round down?
Sure.
You know what I mean?
But I like precision. It's just like we have the capacity for precise numbers. Why is rounding a thing? You know what I mean? Like I understand like we have a penny. So maybe if it's like fractions of a penny, but it's like we have the ability to like atomize to a pretty precise degree. Yes. I don't know why we're rounding so much. You know?
To donate to whatever cause that business doesn't want to actually donate money to, so they'd rather pawn it on us.
I know. I worry all the time about WBGO going away because one of the tactics that they use to beg for money is the fear that like you're gonna one day go to 88.3 and it's just not gonna be there. And I'm like, Yeah.
That's how I feel about Wikipedia when they also ask you for money, you know, and I was like, that saved a lot of millennials' college careers.
Yeah. Yeah.
We should, and I've never donated to Wikipedia.
I gave to WBJO
given me
once.
more than anything in life, really. I should donate to it.
I don't know that I use Wikipedia all that much. I mean, I probably do in some way because obviously I research things and like maybe those things have used Wikipedia, but I would never not never, but rarely would I click on the Wikipedia entry.
Really? Oh.
Yeah. I think because I don't know, maybe the academic background, I was always taught that it's not a justifiable source for legal academic articles.
Sure, but I think 80% of the time,
no, I know.
85% of the time it was always very honest.
Oh no, my intention is not to actually debunk the validity. I'm just saying I probably wouldn't.
I wouldn't want a lawyer that used Wikipedia. Yes, I agree with that.
Yeah, please hire me as your lawyer.
Imagine if that's what your lawyer did. It's like, oh, let me look it up on Wikipedia.
Yeah.
I always, who I kind of think about this all the time was real estate agents. On those reality TV shows.
Yeah.
Those,
Selling Sunset or whatever.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. But even
Which
more
one?
Like those.
HGTV. Oh, that I love.
But it's always like.
Well, that's fake.
It's all. Yes, I know. One of my houses was used as a decoy house. Yeah.
Wait.
Back in Seattle,
what happened?
Well, okay, long story.
Yes.
My real estate agent, I had moved, right? And the lady who sold me my place was like, hey, I'm going to be featured on one of these selling shows. Kid, since you just moved out, is there a way I could just use your house as one of the options?
Yep.
Even though it's not for sale or anything like that. And I was like, knock yourself out. Do whatever you want.
Yeah.
And she was like, they already know the house that they're buying or bought.
That's basically what I've heard. Yeah.
So it's just that. But mine was used as a decoy house.
Wow.
And I never actually did see the episode, but I should because I want to know how they shitted on my house.
I don't think decoy house is the word.
What is it?
That would be for To Catch a Predator.
Oh,
which they did
actually
on an episode of To Catch a Predator that was shot later that day.
It's just the stage house.
Imagine if people saw the house and I'd be like, oh my god, I've seen this on that show.
Honestly,
when you said that, I was like, I know I was listening, but did you say To Catch a Predator and I missed that part?
Yeah. Well, so there are 2 times that I've seen a person that I watched in an episode of a reality show in real life.
Yeah.
And both times, one time I didn't say anything, but okay. So one is a less good story, but I did say something, which was just that I was watching something on HGTV. It was 2 people house hunting. I don't know if it was on House Hunters or whatever. And then I saw them at Trader Joe's.
Oh my God.
House Hunters is a great thing to watch. First of all, I love HGTV because it's if the worst of my problems is which of 3 apartments to rent in Belize, everything is fine. And I appreciate that kind of television watching experience.
But it needs to be by the beach and it needs to be less than $15,000 and I want to put absolutely no money into it.
Right. Well, then you've got an episode.
But wait, I was going to say, that just like a lawyer looking at Wikipedia and I'm like, okay, what do you do?
Okay.
The biggest thing I have with those house hunter shows is the couples are there and they're like, okay, we need it to be 2-bedroom. We need it to be in this neighborhood. We need it to be under this amount of money and we need it to have a yard.
Yeah.
And then the real estate agent goes, oh, wow, I have my work cut out for me.
Right.
To do what? Go on Zillow? What does that mean? They're literally giving you what to opt in the filters for to narrow down.
I know.
Yeah. I'm like, what do you mean you have your work cut out for you?
Yeah. No, it's true.
What do you go home, you open up your laptop, you do exactly what they told you?
Well, if it was my dad, so my dad worked as a real estate broker, but he did not know how to use a computer. So it was basically, I have videos of my dad yelling at my mom, Toby, that, whatever, to pick the one. So if it was my dad who was never featured on House Hunters, they should have. If they had my dad on House Hunters, I mean, what a reality show on HGTV that would have been if it was my stressed out Latvian father, barking directions at my mother.
But see, I would hire him because he probably would go to houses that were not on the MLS and knock on and be like, are you willing to sell?
Sure.
Now that
he was very pushy.
That is something
that's
that I'm
work
willing to
cut
pay
out.
for.
Right. Work cut out for you.
The other thing too I don't ever understand about those shows, and this is now something that says there, but if they have a broker's open.
Yeah.
and people are walking into the house and they're like, wow, this is such a great house. Like like
an open house,
like
you mean?
No, like a broker's open specifically. So when you invite other brokers to the house for your clients.
B2B.
Yeah, B2B.
Okay.
And BB. And then and then all the other brokers are looking at it and they're like, oh my God, this house is so beautiful. Wow.
Yeah.
And then they look to the broker that's hosting the listing
broker,
agent, and they go, congratulations. On what?
Yeah.
On what? This isn't his house or her house.
Well, because they'll get the percentage no matter what happens. Yeah, but
what are you congratulating them on? Wow, this is such a beautiful house. Look at the finishing. Congratulations on what?
Yeah, I think it's that they're going to get money no matter what.
Well, yeah, you could just say that. Yeah. Wow, this is going to be a big fat check.
That you got the listing.
I just feel like, because I remember, are you congratulating somebody on?
I know. And I take your point, but I also I don't know really that much about like real estate brokering. However, I know that getting a listing is a big deal because you get a percentage and you kind of don't have to do anything because then there's the other broker.
I don't want to minimize broker.
I'm just saying.
If you've ever sold or bought a house.
Oh, yeah.
You're like, why am I paying this money?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Like, I mean, we found our house. No offense to Larry.
You did?
Yeah, well, because we got
you didn't pay your... Wait,
we did. Of course we paid.
Oh, you paid your real estate agent?
Yes.
But you found the house.
Karen did. Yeah. I know, because it was just congratulations to Karen for having to pay Larry. But Larry's a nice guy. He came to my special taping, and
we love Larry. He's our real estate agent recommendation of the week.
Yes, totally. Yep. But what happened is our house was being sold by a kid who was selling his parents' house. The kid's like our age, basically, like our generation, selling his parents' house, who were still alive, but like falling left and right, like whatever, in the house because of steps and stuff. Yeah. And the kid, had just had a baby. They had these buyers who were also lesbians, and they had to back out for like a reason. I don't know, but at the last minute. And so it pops on the market. All I know about
lesbians is they commit, not back out. That's
I know. I don't know what happened. I mean, it was really like a moment, and then we swooped because Karen saw it. I saw it, and I was like, yep, this is our house. Like, I feel like with houses and stuff, which is probably why, to HGTV's credit, sorry, I know we were bashing them, but now here's the other side. Just the other side is when you know. With real estate, when you know. I firmly believe that. And as a result, it's probably hard to find people. Well, first of all, for the show, like I am a Millionaire Dream Home fan. I love David Bromstad. Oh, I always think, what is happening on the off days, like the night before and the night after, when he's in the middle of nowhere, he's on Grindr, I'm guessing, in those towns. And he's such a catch. I love him. First of all, he's my favorite HGTV personality by a mile. I love him. Okay. And I just want to know, like, did you hook up last night? Like,
I want to know more about him.
I just want to know
the storyline.
Well, first of all, the reason that I started talking about it, other than that I love my Lottery Dream Home or whatever, is that the casting process for that show, I mean, they are digging at the bottom of the barrel because first it's like, I won $5 million. Yeah, but you probably could if you found a penny on the street, because they're like, what's the story with the lottery wins? And some of them at the beginning are normal, right, for what you would expect from a lottery show. And then it's like, I won $10,000 in a suit, a class action or whatever, because they need people.
I love that.
Yeah, it's so funny.
Get your money, invest.
Yeah.
I love, like, I think we all do. I think it's like everybody looks at home for sale, even if they're not really looking. And
it's definitely a thing. I mean, there was an SNL sketch about it.
Yeah, and they're never looking modestly. Like, they're always looking at the higher end. Mm-hmm. And so, I mean, I'm no different than anybody. Right. I'm everybody.
Right.
But like, I just love like reading the descriptions, and it'll be like, oh, this home in the West Village, like, it's a townhome.
Yeah.
$17 million.
Sure.
It has updated marbles or whatever.
So
also really close to the ACE and 1. And I was like, who the hell?
If you want to busk, you'll be close to work.
Are you putting this to your cleaner? Like, what in the world? I just think it's like the most random thing to put.
Yeah. That's funny. There's a really good bodega around the corner.
Literally.
They sell Lucy's.
2 for 1. Or so. I'm just like, what?
There's a laundromat.
I just don't get that type of mentality.
Yeah.
Similarly, too, I don't get how people, and I see this often, like going to designer stores, like I see people like outside of Balenciaga, like lining up to go into Balenciaga.
Okay,
or like one of these like really high. I'm like,
sure, yeah, I've seen
how
that.
rich poor do you have to be?
Yeah.
To be able to afford this store, but not be able to afford to go into it right away.
Yeah. I mean, it's an interesting question.
And one day I'm gonna ask people.
That's a good TikTok is to interview the people in line at those sales.
Well, it's not even a sale. It's just like
or whatever.
Regular
Right.
I'm just like,
why are you standing in line?
Why are you standing in line?
That's a good series. Why are you standing in line?
On anything. And it's like a club. You're gonna be allowed to like be let in maybe sometimes.
Standing in line for anything, I
can't imagine you feel good once you get in. You're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, even voting. You know, like obviously I did it, but it's like the line. And here's the thing: is like I pride myself on being patient.
You're pretty patient.
I am. I mean, it's a wonder. I'm very good at waiting. I don't mind, but there is something where the reason that I have cultivated patience is because naturally I'm very impatient. And so...
What?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I'm very impatient, but I show that.
Right. But everything you know about me is like a reaction to like ways that I am not. But I've had so much therapy that I've seen the light.
Oh my God, you're desensitized.
Well, is it desensitized?
Is that what it is?
Well, I mean, to a degree,
I think
white man kind of. Yeah, in a way, kind of.
I preferred my title. All knowing.
I think so. It's sort of like I just have seen a better way.
I would have literally never thought you are like impatient.
I think I am.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, I know sometimes, like, I know with you, sometimes you're like, for example, if you owe someone money, you're like, oh, let me pay right now. So, but I thought that was for you, so you don't have to think about it anymore. But I guess maybe that's a little bit impatient.
I guess. I mean, I grew up, my dad was really impatient. Like, my dad is like the reason that, you know, it's like, oh God, if we have to wait at a restaurant, it's going to be like so embarrassing because he's going to have a fit.
No.
That kind of thing. And so I've like cultivated,
right. My dad would be the same way.
And it's like, we can't.
It puts tense in the whole.
100%.
It's like, chill, dude.
Yeah, exactly. And so I, more than anything, don't want to be that. I don't want to be that. So I've like gone the other way, and I'm just like, it's fine. Like whatever it is, it'll be fine. You know? Yeah.
I'm like I went to therapy today, but I feel like I'm having more right now because
you're welcome.
Yeah, this is really eye opening for me.
Yeah,
I mean,
I could see
about you
opening
up, but really me because I now am that my dad in a lot of situations. Like if I go to a restaurant, I wait. Like Bob now knows to be like shit. Like oh God, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so
I get it.
I don't know. I'm gonna call my mom and ask her about this and tell her if she because my mom also thinks I'm impatient as well.
Oh really?
Yeah. But she also called me the other day because she's growing her hair out long.
Okay.
It used to be short, like yours.
Oh,
it used to be like this, right? Like, and I've known my mom like this forever.
Okay.
Now, like
wow.
And she called me the other day. This how much maybe?
Oh, like for the wedding?
Just in general. She's just growing it out long now, and I go,
yeah.
Like the last time I saw my mom with like hair up to here was when I was young.
Okay.
Like it's always been like yours.
Okay.
Maybe which is why together you and I are straight. I'm just trying to bring in that
together. I'm your mom.
But then I was like, Mom, what are you doing? And she goes, oh, I just want to start putting in a ponytail. And I go, okay. But now she has gray growing in here.
Yeah,
and she
I
goes,
love the gray.
And she goes, Beto, what do you think? Should I dye it? And I was like, Mom, you know, I'm trying to be a feminist. And I go, how do you feel? Do you want to dye it?
Sure.
Like, do you want to dye it? And she goes, I was like, how would you feel the most you? And she goes, I don't want to dye it. And I was like, then don't dye it. Why would you have to dye it? She's like, well, I want to know if you want to dye it for the wedding. I was like, don't dye it for do what you want to do, whatever you feel most comfortable.
Of course, yeah.
But she always asked for opinion. Like she also had cancer. She's fine.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
We need wood.
I know.
And like she had to get a mastectomy.
Okay.
Right. And so like I was like, it was during COVID, so I attended all her yeah. So
that's
everything
stressful.
So I had to attend like on my camera, not many people could go in or whatever.
Yeah.
So I was like in like on the camera talking to the doctor and stuff. Later I was like, I think your doctor's really cute, and she's like, well, well, I think he's, she goes, I think he's, and I go, well, Mom, why would you say that? He's like, well, he crossed his legs. And I go, Mom.
So was he gay?
I don't know. I mean, I would bet my money he was.
Invite him to the wedding.
I should. It was before Bob, so
so it doesn't count.
Yeah. But then anyway, so then he goes in there, and she was like she knew it was that moment was to talk about the procedure, like what they're gonna do, right, in the surgery. So she was kind of going in, like she was gonna get cut off or whatever.
Yeah.
And then he's like, while I'm in there, I could give you an implant if you wanted.
Oh, sure.
And then she just wasn't. Like that was never even a thought of her. So she looked at me. She's like, Beto, like, what do you think? And I'm like, Mom, I can't tell you to get a boob job. Like, it just doesn't feel in the realm of like what you should be asking. No, she did not.
Oh, yeah. No. I wouldn't get it either.
She did not. And what happened was, so this is again during COVID, right? So Nordstrom, shout out to Nordstrom, has like this program.
Official sponsor.
Has this program for women.
Not Nordstrom Rack.
No.
Just Nordstrom.
Yes, but my mom, if it's my mom, it's Nordstrom Rack.
I mean, I'm just saying, but we have to be
specific.
Mindful. Yeah.
True.
Okay.
Very demure, very mindful.
Yeah.
And so like Nordstrom Rack has this program for people who have mastectomies.
Okay.
And so basically it's like a bra that has like an inline padding in here, and then they give you kind of like one of those silicone things, so it evens you out. They measure you, so it evens you out.
Okay.
Whatever.
Yeah.
But again, during COVID, all stores were closed.
Sure.
So when for
curbside
6 months, nothing, because they have to like measure you, they have to do everything.
Right.
So for the first 6 months, my mom got all her bras and then like put some inseams on herself.
Wow.
And then like one time I went home and my brother's like, Beto, ask my mom what's in her left boob. Like ask her. And I was like, Mom, what's in there? And she just had these cotton balls. The next day she had like rolled up socks.
Amazing.
I was like, the day that finally Nordstrom opened, we got to get an appointment. We went, and then he was like, Beto, or my brother, he's like, ask my mom what's in it.
Yeah.
She pulls out, those pantyhose. She pulls out pantyhose, but it was hibiscus flower.
Good.
Inside and it was raining, and I was like, Mama, you're gonna make like hibiscus juice here if you don't go inside.
That's great.
It's just so funny.
Right. I would use it as a purse.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You
just
get something useful. Right. So no need to round anymore. We've got exact change.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Would you like to round up? No,
nope.
Actually.
I have it exact. That's great.
Shout out to Nordstrom for that.
I love Nordstrom.
Yeah.
I love that it was originally a shoe store. You know that story?
No.
I guess it was a shoe store. That's the end of the story that I know.
Oh, okay. That's all I really want to know in that sense.
Yeah. But I remember also when the Nordstrom came to the Garden State Plaza Mall, which is near my house, kind of. Whatever. It's where we went. I just remember that like the way my mom talked about it was she was like, Macy's is very nervous because Nordstrom will lick your feet about like how the customer service was like so much better at Nordstrom than Macy's. And like however many years later, it's got to be like 30. They're both still there.
They are both still there, but like it used to be the Bon Marché growing up.
Okay, got it.
And now it turned into a Macy's.
Okay.
And then like my mom would only do Macy's because of the coupons.
Oh, yeah.
Who pays full price at Macy's anymore?
Right. Well, they have very good sales.
All the time.
Yeah.
It's like,
totally.
It's like, and then we always had one perfume lady. It's all those things they tell you, like we would only buy our perfume and cologne from this one lady with a very strong, I would assume maybe Russian accent.
Sure.
And Yakima, that was very, that was very different. And she could sell you anything. She was so good. She would have all of these like scents. She would make you try it. You felt it was like an experience.
I love a hard sell. Like it's so rare also these days. Here's what it makes me think of. Yeah. So have you been to Korean spas? Do you go to them?
No.
I love them.
No, I haven't been.
So but you know what they are. It's like you pay, you can like stay until like the end of the night, like midnight or something. I'll go with you if you ever want. Because you only have to be naked with your same sex.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So I mean you never have to be naked.
But you can choose to be.
Yeah, most people I think are in the same sex part, but then you can like, commingle or whatever.
Yeah.
But I went to one that there was, so they have this thing, it's called a hip spa, and it's a vagina bake.
Ooh.
Okay? And It's so weird.
I didn't mean to have that strong reaction.
No. It's so weird. Okay,
I just haven't eaten, so.
You sit, if you had eaten, it probably would be worse. You sit on a thing that looks like a toilet. They give you a smock around your neck that goes, you don't have any arms. They also give you tea, but the tea is a tease because you don't have arms. So you're sitting on this, and then there's like herbs, like hibiscus probably from your mom's bra, and like whatever else in a pot on a Bunsen burner in like a cubby in between the hole of the toilet. And like then you just sit there and bake. And like I never would have done it, but Karen and I went to a Korean spa that was very authentic.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like some of them are more authentic. Some are. Yeah. They have that. They have it there. And so this woman was like accosted us in the waiting room or in the locker room, and she was like, best thing ever. Like, this is going to change your life. And I love things like that.
I mean,
and it was only $39. And I was like,
more sold.
I'm going in. And at some point, Karen was like, well, what am I supposed to do while you're doing this? So she got it, and she hated it. I loved it. I would do it again.
Why did she like it?
I mean, she's like, this is the weirdest thing, and I am burning from the inside of my vagina. But anyway, it exists.
I could never.
Well, yeah, I don't think they would offer it.
Maybe for other things.
A ball bake?
Yeah, a ball bake.
Yeah.
Sure.
Missed opportunity with the restaurant to not call that a clam bake.
Totally. I know.
Wow.
Yeah.
They should hire comedians for stuff like that.
They really should.
Yeah.
That's a great name.
Yeah. So, I mean, it has like a Korean name in there, because that one, it was like more of an authentic one.
Yeah.
Like it's Sojo, which is...
as soon as you put clam bake on it, it would be like $70. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, this is the cheap one. This is the place that I prefer, but Karen does not.
Okay.
So Sojo is in Edgewater, New Jersey, and it's like very high end.
Oh, okay.
I mean, for what it is, like it's a Korean spa, but like you're not getting a Groupon. They don't have Groupons for there. But like King Spa, which was the other one, they have a Groupon. And I bought a Groupon. But Karen was like, I don't want to go here on my day off, but I can go alone, or you could come.
I haven't used Groupon in so long.
Well, I do it for these spas.
Oh, for these you do?
Yeah. Well, I just search if there is one.
Oh, okay.
And then I buy it.
To whichever one.
Yeah. I mean, usually you can just do it by name.
Skydiving on Groupon.
Did you do it?
Well, I went.
Yeah.
And then it was a lot of like thunder and lightning that day. And they were like, oh, it's canceled. And I go, I think this is my like sign to not do this. So I never went back.
Skydiving on a Groupon is like only in inclement weather.
Well, yeah. They kind of predicted it was going to be this weather, so just in case.
Yeah.
Like, who buys a Groupon for like risking your life?
It is. I mean,
apparently
experiences.
You do with the clam bake.
Yeah. Well, that one wasn't on the. You pay separate.
Oh, that's separate.
Yeah.
Why would they put that on the Groupon?
Well, because the Groupon's just for the admission.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. It's just. I'm sorry. Those are the rules. If you want to bake your vagina, you're gonna have to pay
full
separate.
price.
Full price.
Just like everybody else.
Yeah. Exactly. I know. Okay. Did you have other thoughts?
Oh, did I have other thoughts? No, that's what I want to talk about today. Oh, I do want to talk a little bit about FOMO, but that could be some other time.
Well, how are you feeling about your show? You have a show tonight
yes,
that you can't buy tickets for.
No, you cannot unless it's
private show
today.
in the past.
In the past,
yeah.
I'm feeling. Do you know what it is? It's like it's. So we said this. I have like a burning desire to say certain jokes that are like new and stuff like that.
Just so that we can tell everybody why we're saying burning desire.
Yes.
Is that I read this self-help book from the 50s, The Magic of Thinking Big, which is a hilarious self-help book because of some of the dated references. It's like when your milkman comes over and like here are tips for talking to him. But there was this really wonderful part of it, which you and I have shared, and we have a shorthand about it because we've shared so much about it. Yeah, me too. And it's, this part in the book about public speaking. And the guy is like, everybody who comes for advice about public speaking is worried that they're going to, stutter or whatever. And like, it's never about that. There are only 2 rules for good public speaking. Number 1 is have a burning desire, number 1 is know what you're going to say And number 2 is have a burning desire to say it. And everything else doesn't matter. And so that is why we talk about burning desire.
And I 100% believe that.
I do too.
I thought it was the male version of the clam bake.
It's $39.
Burning desire.
Yes.
No, that's what you get when you go to an orgy. Like, So we have a burning, and I 100% believe that. You know, when you're on stage and you go and do jokes, and you're like,
have to say this,
and you know, it could work, it could not work, but it's like I feel if I chicken out and not do it, I won't. But it'd be like a waste. Because
the energy with which you bring that thing that you just have to tell them is so lightning in a bottle that you have to seize it.
Because you're in the present.
Correct. So, so you have these things that you have a burning desire to say.
Yes. And then I'm going to be asking for sugar today.
Oh,
do you want
that's,
to give that?
Yes. And
these are gold, you guys. I don't think you understand how gold
well, this one,
is.
first of all, I think I got the story wrong.
Oh.
But it doesn't matter. So basically, like,
this has been carrying me through for a while.
Yeah. But anyway, so this comes by way of, for me, Leslie Kahn, the acting teacher who's amazing and my friend, and she's awesome. But apparently there was like a play, and this is about like, you know, getting laughs on stage. Okay. Sure. Or like having an authentic performance that would, you know, create like an authentic response that's good from an audience. Mm-hmm. And so I guess
that's
there was
this definition.
Yes, totally. Well, I am a lawyer, despite the fact that I failed the New Jersey bar.
Just in New York.
So listen, we're in New York right now and I'm licensed to practice here. So I am going to give the following advice by way of an acting class, which of course is how I studied for the bar exam. So I guess there was a play, and like there was a line in this play, legend has it, where one character asks another character for, I've heard it salt, but the way that we've talked about it is sugar.
I like sugar.
And so one actor in the play, a character, asks another character for sugar. And for some reason, based on whatever else was happening in the play, that line, the asking for the sugar, always got a big laugh. Mm-hmm. One night it doesn't. They're having a meeting, the actors and the director, and they're like, oh, let's figure out why that line didn't get a laugh. And the director says to the actor who delivered that line every night and also that night, well, tonight, actor, you did not ask for the sugar, you asked for the laugh. So that's the story. And so whenever Gilberto and I are like about to have a show, instead of like break legs, which sometimes I guess we might say, but you have said to me and I've said to you, ask for sugar.
Ask for sugar. Mm-hmm. And it's so true. And like so that's my mentality today. It's like, how do I ask for sugar? Because like be in the moment, making sure that like, you know what I mean? Like I don't expect anything. That's the beauty of comedy, is no one ever owes you a laugh.
Yeah.
You have to work
beautiful.
for it. And like
for sure.
that it's, I mean, beautiful is a strong word sometimes, but it is, right? So when you earn it, because you are really earning a laugh every time. Yeah. It feels good.
Totally.
And so like, so with all that stuff and moment, I think and it's, in the grand scheme of things, not that big of a deal.
Yeah, but it's exciting. I mean, it's like,
it's a big deal to me.
100%.
And so like, that's it, you know?
It's a big deal to me.
And
totally.
You're going to be there.
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
It's my vagina bake for tonight. I'm treating myself. Clam baked, burning desire, all of it.
There'll be a lot of burning jokes for you.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah. Ooh, this one felt good. Okay. Great.
Anything for you?
No.
Well, there you go.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This is a journey.
It is.
This is a big journey, but thank you for watching
and listening to
Together We're Straight. Don't forget to subscribe and share and like with everybody. Comment.
Leave a 5-star review.
Please.
Send a gift certificate.
We should drop our Venmos.
Oh my God. Yeah, sure. At Liz-Glazer.
And at Gilberto S.
Okay. I'll take money. You want to send me money? You think I'm going to say no? No. Thank you.
Thank you
for the money.